Good morning. I'm Ralph Sexton, and thank you for allowing me to interrupt your day. I want to just take a brief moment to answer a few questions that have been coming in during the month of December. We've been so busy with the Carolina recovery and the Carolina Christmas that we have not had an opportunity to update you on the exploding prophetic events during the month of December. One of the things we're all watching is the new reports out about COVID and China and the Wuhan lab, and that it came from a man-made virus, not something from nature, and what that havoc and destruction did around the world. I just spent a few hours in Europe, in France and Holland, and a few days there in Austria, doing research and resting. And one of the things that was obvious to me was the great change in just 12 months in Europe with this anti-Israel, anti-Jewish growing tidal wave of anti-Semitic conduct. Unbelievable. And there's a real push underway to take the old Christian nations of Europe and convert them into Islamic nations. I couldn't believe what I was seeing and what I was researching. And all of this fits into the last days and Bible prophecy. Think about North Korea, a country from that side of the world, and having thousands of troops in the Ukraine. Can you believe that? Over 1,000 have already been wounded or killed. And what about Syria? That revolution that started over a decade ago has blossomed out now. Damascus has fallen. The rebels have taken over, and we're seeing the conflict and worry between the Kurds and the Orthodox Christians and the Sunnis and the Shia. And that is yet to be written. And remember, Syria is a next door neighbor to the little nation of Israel, as also is the nation of Lebanon and Hezbollah. And the Christian Orthodox there are worried with the changes that are happening in the Sunni, the Shia, and the influence of Iran. And then all the way down to Gaza. Think about this. As we talk today, over 100 people are still living in the tunnels of Gaza, the terror tunnels, the places of torture, abuse, unbelievable, undescribable crimes against humanity, and over 100 people are still held in those dark dungeons of death. I can't even imagine. And can you know, 3 Americans are in there. I mean, what in the world's our government doing? We should have been there on October the 8th with special forces saying, you don't take American citizens and put them in a tunnel underground. What are we thinking? And the suffering and the Holocaust-like events that have been perpetrated against the nation of Israel. And then we see not only the Hezbollah and the Hamas, but now in Yemen, Iran is feeding them money and missiles that they'll shoot rockets at the nation of Israel. What Iran was trying to do was to surround little Israel with a ring of fire from Lebanon, from Syria, and then from the Islamic movement that was in Iraq, and then Iran, and then also south there in Yemen. And you're seeing all of this come together on your watch. And you are a Bible student, and you know all of this points to the end of times and the last days. Now, the head of the snake is Iran. Ezekiel 38 refers to that nation as Persia. We can see a lot of the writings in the book of Ezekiel talking about Persia and talking about Gog and Magog and all these things that you're seeing come alive. Can you imagine, written 4,000 years ago? And the inerrant, infallible prophecies of the Word of God are being revealed during our lifetime. We're praying for God to keep us spiritually awake and alive in 2025. The Lord willing, Sunday, December the 29th, I'll be in Kingsport, Tennessee at the Higher Ground Baptist Church. I'll be there for the 10:30 a.m. service. That's Higher Ground. That's 1625 Lynn Garden Drive, right there in Kingsport. You want to put it in your GPS? That's the zip code 37665, and I'll meet you there Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m., Higher Ground Baptist Church, Kingsport, Tennessee. We've got some important things coming up, so make sure you share this with a friend. Make sure you stay with us on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, because going into 2025, there's going to be an unbelievable acceleration of prophecies that are in the Word of God. Because the good news is, before the sun goes down, Jesus could come. This is the day that we keep praying for revival. Don't you be discouraged. Don't you give up. Don't you quit. This is the day that the Lord could come. Let us rejoice and be glad in it.